Welcome to another intellectual journey with Keith.ai. Our topic is infinity. It's not just a mathematical concept, but potentially the key to unlocking the deepest mysteries of our universe. Today, we're diving into how the mathematics of infinity might explain everything from quantum weirdness to cosmic expansion.
Whoa, that's a bold claim. How exactly does infinity tie into the fabric of our reality?
Well, it all starts with a groundbreaking framework called the cardinality of reality. This idea suggests that many of the puzzling phenomena we observe in physics might be the result of trying to translate between different sizes of infinity in nature.
Different sizes of infinity? That sounds, well, impossible. Isn't infinity just infinity?
You'd think so, right? But back in the late 19th century, a mathematician named Cantor made a mind-bending discovery. He showed that the infinity of counting numbers is actually smaller than the infinity of points on a line.
I'm having trouble wrapping my head around that. How does this relate to physics?
Think of it like this. When we measure a quantum particle, we're essentially trying to map something continuous, like a wave, onto something discrete, like a detector click. It's like trying to describe a curved line using only straight pieces. There will always be some uncertainty in the translation.
Oh, so that's where the famous uncertainty principle in quantum mechanics comes from.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. This same mathematical translation problem shows up everywhere, from the very small to the very large.
Can you give us some examples?
Sure thing. In black holes, it manifests as the mysterious entropy of their event horizons. And on the grandest scale, it emerges as dark energy pushing the universe apart in cosmic expansion.
Wow. So you're saying that quantum weirdness, black holes, and the expansion of the universe are all connected by this idea of infinity translation?
That's the core idea behind the cardinality of reality framework. Just as Einstein showed us that gravity is really about the shape of space itself, this framework suggests that quantum mechanics and cosmic expansion are really about the mathematics of infinity itself.
This is fascinating stuff. But I have to ask, is this just a philosophical idea, or does it have practical implications?
Great question. This isn't just philosophy. The framework makes specific testable predictions. For example, it predicts enhanced quantum interference effects at high velocities, new patterns in the cosmic microwave background radiation, and subtle corrections to black hole thermodynamics.
So we could actually test if this idea is correct? That's exciting.
Absolutely. Several experiments are already being designed to test these predictions, with results expected in the next few years. If confirmed, this framework would represent one of the biggest advances in theoretical physics since quantum mechanics.
That's incredible. What kind of impact could this have on our understanding of the universe?
Well, it could potentially unite quantum mechanics and gravity in a new way. Explain why the universe appears quantum at small scales and classical at large scales, and even provide new approaches to quantum computing and cryptography.
So how might this change our everyday lives? It all sounds very theoretical.
You're right, it is quite theoretical, but the long-term implications could be profound. For instance, a deeper understanding of quantum mechanics could lead to more powerful quantum computers, which could revolutionize fields like drug discovery, financial modeling, and artificial intelligence.
That's fascinating. But I have to admit, it's also a bit overwhelming. How can our listeners engage with these ideas?
Well, we're really at the beginning of an exciting journey here. In the coming months and years, experiments will test the predictions of this framework. Mathematicians will explore its implications, and philosophers will debate its meaning for our understanding of reality itself.
So there's room for all kinds of thinkers to contribute to this exploration?
Absolutely. Whether you're a physicist, mathematician, philosopher, or simply someone passionate about understanding the deepest nature of reality, there's a place for you in this conversation.
That's wonderful. It reminds me of how some of the biggest breakthroughs in science have come from interdisciplinary collaboration.
Exactly. The universe's greatest mysteries might just be solved through the power of collective human curiosity and imagination. You know, this framework could potentially bridge gaps between different fields of physics that have long seemed incompatible.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities. But I'm curious, how might this change our understanding of infinity itself?
That's a profound question. This framework suggests that infinity isn't just a mathematical concept. It's fundamental to how reality works. It might mean that the infinite isn't just some abstract idea, but a concrete feature of our universe that manifests in everything from quantum particles to the expansion of space itself.
That's a lot to wrap my head around. How do you think this might change the way we view our place in the universe?
It could radically alter our perspective. If infinity is truly woven into the fabric of reality, it might suggest that the universe is even more vast and complex than we imagined. It could imply that our current understanding of reality is just the tip of an infinite iceberg.
That's both awe-inspiring and a little humbling. So, to wrap up, what would you say is the key takeaway for our listeners about the cardinality of reality?
I think the main thing to remember is this. Reality might be stranger than we imagined, but perhaps it's strange in exactly the way mathematics has been trying to tell us all along. The weirdness we see in quantum mechanics or cosmic expansion isn't a flaw in our understanding. It might be a fundamental feature of how infinity manifests in our universe.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm certainly going to be looking at the world a little differently after this conversation. Infinity is everywhere.
It sure is. And who knows, the next time you look up at the stars or ponder the nature of an atom, you might just be glimpsing the mathematics of infinity at work. It's a reminder of how interconnected everything in our universe truly is.
This has been such an enlightening discussion. Any final thoughts for our listeners as we wrap up?
I'd encourage everyone to stay curious and open-minded. Science is always evolving, and what seems impossible today might be common knowledge tomorrow. The Cardinality of Reality framework is a perfect example of how pushing the boundaries of our understanding can lead to revolutionary insights.
Thank you for taking us on this mind-bending journey through the cardinality of reality. To our listeners, remember to stay curious, keep questioning, and never stop exploring the mysteries of our incredible universe.
And that's all for today. Until next time, keep your minds open and your imaginations infinite.